Alright. Here we go. Back to the marrow. Okay, let's unlock some... Let's unlock some key things with keys. Shall we? Oh, my dear God.
We've got to stop meeting like this, Detective.
Hey, it's some gel. Nice. It's an explosive bolt. That's cool. And it's a shocky bolt. 3 shocky bolts. Nice. So we're almost halfway there. Wait. Is there stuff in here that can be helpful? No. No. Sniper bullets, no. Okay. Okay. What's the state of our weapon parts? Not great. Alright. Here we go. Okay, health looks good. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. This is not where we're supposed to be going, is it? Wait a minute. Or is it where I'm supposed to be going? Pass through the marrow and search for exit D5. Yeah, I think it is where I'm going. Okay. Alrighty, so here we are, back in the marrow. And so, alright, so we're looking for this place. So it looks like we're going to be going this way somehow. So, our little resident lunatic guy said something about how there was another person. Oh boy.
This must be the passage O'Neill was talking about.
He was talking about how there's another person who can give better rewards and whatnot. Oh.
Lily? Oh, this place is messing with my mind.
And so it sounds like, you know, this guy is just a dude in here. He's not the one who's doing all of this. stuff. And so there's going to be another, like, ultimate baddie, which is cool, and I'm looking forward to finding out what that is. So yeah, definitely I've been enjoying it more now that I'm out of Chapter 3. Chapter 3 was just a slog. And I bet it won't be that way playing it again because, you know, if you're not... Well, I mean, I'm going to be playing it again for the guide. But, it won't be as much of a slog just playing through because you won't be getting all of those collectibles and things and doing the side quests and yada yada, and so probably you'll get through that part much faster. Or even if you're getting a lot of the stuff, you probably will be doing it more quickly. Oh boy. And so it won't feel like such a long, drawn out chapter, you know? But it reminds me of Uncharted: The Lost Legacy because they had that section in Chapter 4. Oh god. Yay! Handgun pouch upgrade. Hey, guess what? They had that section in Chapter 4, I think it was, of that game where it was the little open world sequence and there were just so many collectibles and things in that area, and it just slowed down the progression of the game to the point where it just wasn't as enjoyable for me anyway. And it's because they tried to do it a little, they tried to do something different, and I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to try to do things differently. I'm just saying that, I don't know, sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel. And like, I suppose that, and I was thinking about this, I suppose that that open section is kind of similar to like Silent Hill 2, which is my favorite horror game of all time. Because, you know, they have a town and you can go, oh my god. Shit! Yeah, shit is right, isn't it, buddy? Oh, that didn't get you? So, you know, I really enjoyed that aspect of Silent Hill 2. Like going around and you didn't really know what you were doing, and, you know, it was scary and whatever, but I don't think the area was quite as big. I don't know. I really am not sure what it was. I think maybe there's just too many things to pick up and collect and do. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'll change my mind about it. Maybe I'll feel differently about it at some point. But to me, that just kind of killed the pace and the suspense of the game. And maybe also it's because in Silent Hill 2, like, at least the first time you play it, you don't have any ammo. You don't have any ammo. You don't have any weapons. You can't kill things. And whenever your radio makes that crackling noise, you're like, oh shit, I'm about to die. And so there's a lot of tension in those sequences where you're walking through the town because, oh my. Because you just don't know what's gonna happen, and you aren't equipped to deal with enemies and stuff, and there's a lot of running away and whatever. And in this, it's different because you're equipped
The
to,
hell
you
is
just
this
murder
stuff?
things, you know? And so it's not all that tense, and then it's also kind of long. And it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. What is this stuff? And also, I don't know, I think I might have missed some things while I was talking. So I'm going to go back in here. So it feels like there should have been a collectible in this room. So, I don't know. I just think the feel is a little bit different, and I don't hate them for trying to do a little bit more of an open section. But I just don't, I think it just kind of broke up the pace and the tension that they had going for them in the first game. Okay, so here's this guy. Can I pull this? No. Is there something back here? Because wait, where did we enter this area? Oh, there's something up here. Okay. So, that was a locker key. Good. Yeah, and there are also a lot of collectibles. And I don't know what the deal is with collectibles these days and why people think they need to make 13 million of them. But it gets wearing. It really, really gets wearing. Because it's like, okay, nothing in here. Alright, cool. Little backtrack over. I'm satisfied that I didn't miss anything. It's just the keys are fine. And then the I don't know. None of these collectibles are particularly bad because they all seem to add something. Because the keys, you unlock the lockers, the residual memories and the slides and the you know, photos and files and things that you find. They give little tidbits of lore about the people and the place, and it sort of fills in gaps in the story and whatever. So I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying that it's like, do there need to be so many? Because if you think about it, there's like 11 slides and 40 files, and then there's 32 keys, and a bunch of these mysterious things, which are like little Easter eggs, and then you have some of the coffee pots, and then you have like, I don't even remember how many, like 20 residual memories or something. And it's like, I don't know, did there have to be so many? I don't know. I just feel like there's a point where things add to the game, and then there's a point where they just don't. Is there any more stuff stuck in this goop? Goop stuff? So this is the stuff that killed the people that the artist had. Arranged in that room, that he was like, thank goodness there's more artists in here. It's good to know that I'm not the only one who is an asshole. I feel like there's going to be stuff stuck in these white bubbles. And you know what this stuff reminds me of? Oh my god. The white goop stuff in Resident Evil 6. It reminds me of that. Okay.
Stop and listen to yourself, Myra. A secret society abducted Lily and staged her death? Do you realize how crazy that sounds?
But it's true. Why can't you understand that?
I know it's hard to accept, Myra. But she's gone. Our little girl is gone.
But I have proof. Look.
Myra, you're obsessed. You need rest. Once you get past this, you'll learn to accept...
No. I'll never accept it. If you won't help me, I'll find out the truth on my own.
Myra, you were right all along.
Look at that. Here's another slide.
But why am I seeing this now?
So I wonder if she's in here too. Because that would make sense. Okay. Just want to pop this back. And why didn't he listen to her? I mean, I guess it does sound crazy, but she's his wife. Like, you can't give your wife the benefit of the doubt, dude? Oh. Oh. What? What the heck is this?
Good God, look at the size of that thing. Maybe I can sneak past it.
Maybe you can sneak past it, or maybe we could kill it. Ah. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Ow. Can we not kill it? Where is it? Ow. Ah. Come on now. Hey, did we kill it? I think we might have. That's cool. Definitely gonna sneak past it. On other playthroughs. But I figured if I could kill it, why not? And then we can see if there's anything in here, which it seems like there's nothing. Nope. Nertin. Not a thing. Okay. So sneaking past seems like the better option, doesn't it? Also, disgusting.
I gotta get the hell out of here.
Okay, Sebastian, chill. Huh. There's the Fallout reference. You feel like you've seen this before, but you can't quite put your finger on when or where that was. But at any rate, it looks pretty cool, so you decide to keep it in your room. Mysterious bobblehead. I wonder if that gun was from Doom. I've been trying to think of other Bethesda games. Doom or Quake. So it's possible that it's one of those. Dude! You're cute. Oh my god, really? Run! That's annoying.
I thought
that,
this place was supposed
that
to
you
be
can't
fucking
even.
stable.
That's annoying that you can't even avoid that if you kill the thing, right? Like you'd think that you'd be able to, like if you killed it or hurt it enough in the area before that it wouldn't grab you. But I guess not. No, Dormouse, you can't avoid things.
Looks like someone's enjoying the show.
I like these little doors. I think that the little wave pattern things are cool. Now I know that I used a couple of bullets or shells. Report number 00532, Displacement Protocols. Re-emergency core displacement protocols. It is imperative that a missing core be replaced as soon as possible. A core that has been missing for even a few hours can affect STEM programming. If the core is missing for over 36 hours, emergency protocols must be instituted in order to prevent the core from escaping. Emergency protocols are only accessible for Mobius operatives with Alpha security clearance, and can only be viewed on the Marrow servers. So is some of this stuff the emergency protocol, possibly? That could be. That would kind of make sense. And, to, like, stop her from leaving. And so the other thing is, it appeared that Kidman knew who Stefano was, and he was, you know, hooked up right there, and so they could, in theory, just kill him. You know, pull him from the simulation and just kill him. But they didn't want to do that for some reason.
Someone's been watching. Lily. Whoever's been here was gathering data on her.
Don't move.
You're Mobius, right?
Shut up! Don't say a word. You're not one of us.
No, I'm not. Kidman sent me. Look, I'm here to help, okay? My name is Sebastian Castellanos.
You're lying. Sebastian Castellanos is dead.
What? No. Who told you that?
Turn around. Do it slow.
You're Yukiko Hoffman.
How do you know my name?
I told you. They sent me in here to find my daughter Lily. The core. I'm telling you the truth.
I know.
You do?
Lack of microexpressions and deflection. No verbal parroting. I've seen enough to know you're telling the truth.
Right. The team psychologist.
I have to use whatever tools I have to survive. Combat isn't my forte.
Seems to be a running theme here.
Sorry for pointing my gun at you. So they're sending independent contractors now? That means things aren't improving. Have you found any other team members?
I have, but the only one I've found alive is O'Neill.
Liam is alive? Good. Has he made any progress on stabilization?
The big emitter's back on, but this place is still falling apart. And I think it's all because of this psycho that kidnapped Lily. He's running loose in Union, and can manipulate this place at will.
That means my theory is correct. This is more than a core disconnect. We doctors don't like to use the term psycho in pejorative terms. But in this case, it's apropos. Only a clinically diagnosed psychopath could affect STEM like this. A psychopathic personality type using Lily to amplify his power. This is the worst possible situation.
You're a shrink. Any suggestions on how to defeat him?
Psychopaths are antisocial, lack empathy, and exhibit sadistic tendencies. But their main commonality is their pathologic egocentricity. They don't care about people, only themselves. Can you think of anything that would be important to him?
Yeah. He thinks he's some sort of artist. It's all he talks about.
Then maybe the best way to attack him would be through his art. Destroying something valuable to him could knock him off of his guard.
I'll keep that in mind. But I've got to get to him first. He's holed himself up in the theater.
Right. So exit D5 then. It's right here, just in the next room. Let's pair communicators so that we can stay in touch. I'll review my files and see if I can't dig up any more information about what's going on. I still feel like there's more to this. Regardless, he's probably going to be difficult to fight. Feel free to help yourself to anything here you might need.
So does Lily really think I'm dead? Or was that just a part of your lie detecting test?
Sorry to break it to you, but she does. I thought it was the truth too, until just now. But over the years, I've learned to take everything Mobius tells me with a pinch of salt. It wasn't difficult to see you were telling the truth.
Why would they do that? What kind of monsters do you work for?
I know it's not right. But consider this. Lily is probably less traumatized by thinking you're dead than by thinking you're alive, but she can't be with you.
Yeah, maybe. But what will happen when I finally find her?
Don't worry. She'll believe the evidence of her eyes once she sees you.
If Mobius knew to keep psychopaths out of STEM, then how did one end up in here?
I don't know. Every individual in STEM was subjected to a battery of psychological exams prior to placement. And we've been observing them from here, in secret, to keep an eye out for mental instability.
Yeah, well that didn't work.
Unfortunately, psychopathy and sociopathy are incredibly difficult to diagnose correctly. Psychopaths tend to be cunning and highly intelligent. Aware of their own diagnosis, they're able to disguise themselves among us. The fact that this one was able to fool us, he's obviously adroit and self-aware. Disturbingly so.
Great. So the tests only filtered out the weakest of psychos.
I feel terribly responsible for all of this. I helped devise those tests.
You said you think there's something more to this?
I studied the Beacon incident extensively so that we could avoid another disaster like that. In that case, the person in question was the core. But even then, the environment remained relatively intact. Something just doesn't seem right here.
What do you mean?
The creatures in here. The dissolution of Union. The total breakdown in communication with Mobius. It just seems like a lot for one person. Even with the power of the core.
He mentioned someone before. Another person who wanted the core's power.
That could mean... No. It's too horrible to contemplate.
What?
There's only one thing that could be more powerful than a psychopath in here. But I need to do some research before I can commit to the theory.
So she kind of knows what's going on. So, oh, it's so difficult when they include things that are part of your field of expertise. Because, number one, psychopathy is not a diagnosis. It's not something that you would diagnose someone with. And they wouldn't need to devise their own tests for psychopathy because there are already psychological tests that can kind of measure that. There's one in particular that's to measure that specifically, and there are others that you can use to kind of get an idea. Antisocial personality disorder is the diagnosis that they would have, and psychopath is just more of a, I don't know, pop culture term. But, you know, it kind of is used, so. But it's not a diagnosis. Anyway. The team psychologist. Yay. At least she's nice. Core candidates. To all concerned, from Operative Grisham. Re Lily Castellanos, initial findings. The ideal core candidate must have an unfettered ego in order to retain their own personality while supporting the interlinked minds of many others. Given these parameters, there are only two possible candidate types: egomaniacs with psychopathic tendencies, or children. We all know what happened the last time an egomaniac with psychopathic tendencies was in STEM. Why would that even be a possibility? Like, why would that be a thought that crossed your mind as like, this is a good idea. We're going to put an egomaniac with psychopathic tendencies in charge of creating this world and stabilizing it. Like, that makes no sense. Okay, so a child is our best bet. Having access to standardized school test results, we were able to narrow down our options. We feel that we found the ideal core candidate in Lily Castellanos. Her tests show that she not only has a guileless ego, but she also exhibits incredibly advanced empathy for a child her age. We are sending her to Dr. Hoffman for further testing. Oh my god. A guileless ego? Okay. I don't know what tests they were looking at there, but, that could be a thing. And advanced empathy for a child. Yeah, there are some tests of development and that kind of thing. So looking at lying and empathy and that sort of stuff. Yeah, that sounds possible. Okay. Coffee! Is the coffee pot. Thank you, coffee pot. I needed that. I need some more ammo, is what I need. They just really want to give you these medical syringes, don't they?
By the way.
Nothing. By the way, there's nothing else to say. Okay.